Hello. Yeah. Sorry about the lack of cubes, I guess. I don't know. In my last video I had all of these Rubik's cubes and then now it's just 2. Well, I did do it on my 4x4, but after doing this, I was like, this isn't exactly for 4x4s. Anyway, in my last video I talked about four-way symmetrical opposite colored patterns. Trying kind of looks like something like this. Just throwing something together quickly. You know, it's well, the technical term is symmetrical order of 4 opposite colored patterns, I guess. Anyways, because you can rotate it 4 times and it's all the same. Yeah, anyways, in this video, and that was also from opposite colors, but sad thing about opposite colors is, I don't know if you can see this, but yellow and white kind of blend in together. Well, good news is, it's not exactly the case in this video, because we're going to be talking about 3 colored patterns, like that, 4-way symmetrical 3 colored patterns. So, to start out with, real quick, let's bring up the 3x3. I want to move over the slices. I think they're called, kind of like this. All right, and as you may see, it changes all the center tiles or center pieces. But if you look a little closely, around this corner you have yellow, red, and green, which are also the same as these colors. Whereas with these, the center tiles here revolve around this center piece. None of these and these have anything to do with each other. So also real quick, something that I think you'll find quite noteworthy is that, see how the red moved to the left? These center pieces rotated clockwise, whereas over here they rotated clockwise. Did I say clockwise here? I meant counterclockwise. I'm so sorry. Anyways, these moved counterclockwise, whereas these moved clockwise. So, so that's the key. And how you do it is, real quick, I should point out that calling this a key corner and this a key corner, by the way. And so these are like a key corner pair because of this. So, the way that you manipulate the centers here is if you want to move it, you have the key corner in front of you, like that, like so. And if you want to move them, so for right now, because they're out of place, I want to solve it. I want to move it clockwise. And if you want to move it clockwise, the key here is to take your right finger and move the center the slice over, like so. And then you take your left finger, move it into here. And then you undo it, or you bring it back, and then bring that back. And there you go. That moves it clockwise. If you want to move it counterclockwise, what you do is you do it the reverse, which is by doing it with your left finger first, and then your right finger comes through and brings it down on top of here. And then you bring it back, and there we were before. And of course, because the center pieces here move opposite, or if these move clockwise, these move counterclockwise. Whereas if these move clockwise, these move counterclockwise. So I just found that a little interesting, and a very important detail for this video. I'll be, what is it? With big cubes, I'll be really getting into that. What else is there? There's that. Yeah. So I guess I'll just bring up the big cube then. Oh, by the way, with the key corners, I like to stick with green, red, and yellow, and with its opposite key corner with white, orange, and blue. So in this video, I'm going to mainly be focusing on the green, red, and yellow. What is it? The three sides. These three sides. The key corner. I don't know. So anyways, let's see here. We can, with this method, of course, you could rotate the centermost pieces like so, but, or, you could also rotate the whole center area like so. And then at the same time you can go a little bit farther and do both, or even like this. I don't know. And so you can kind of create like it's almost like a spiral pattern, but it's more like a circle pattern, a ring pattern, I guess, with a ring, a smaller ring in it, and then a smaller and smaller, and so on. Yeah, that's one way. You can do that, of course, like I just did, but I'm going to take it a little bit farther, and this is when the pattern making comes into play. What is it? And I guess coordinates too, or I don't know. So let me show you this. What if I bring over these two down, and then I bring over this? And so you see here, they're a little bit different. They didn't exactly switch around the center pieces like I have been. And then I can do it again like so. So here I got these two, and as you can see here, I made like a little I guess a circle instead of like a square. I don't know, a circle-ish, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, so you can make start making patterns like try and make like an L here. Oh, real quick with the key corners, how I like to hold them is with the key corner on your top right. All right, and that's how I kind of like to hold it. And so now, oh yeah, and when I'm making the pattern, I like to look at the top here. So with this red area and the green here, I'm going to try and make something like, with this being, I don't know, yellow. So I'm going to make like a little L with the yellow. So I'm going to bring these two down. So here I got these two, isolated, I guess you can say. And then I'm going to bring these across so that intersects on these four pieces, or 8, I guess, because these 4 pairs of 2, I think is a better way to put it. So yeah, like coordinates, I guess, it intersects here. I'm bringing this back. And then I want to finish off this little L, I want to switch all these 2. So I'm going to move these 2 down. Oh yeah, because I moved these 2 down instead of these, by the way, because I want it to move counterclockwise. So moving those 2 down, moving these 2 over, moving these up, undoing this, and there we kind of have our little pattern. And as you can see here, it does a pattern on the other 2 sides, and well, all 6 really. So, and of course, just as like this L is made from yellow, which is, they had to move counterclockwise. From here, the pieces to make up the L had to move clockwise. So, I don't know, a fun detail. Some fun stuff to play around with. Let's see here, I'm going to try and solve it. So, because I want to move these up, which is counterclockwise, I'm going to move these two down, these over first. If you want to do clockwise, do the right side first, and then you bring these two, and then you undo that, and there we have it. And also because I brought over two over instead of just one, or I didn't just focus on making the L in 2 steps, I actually did the entire block here. I switched around the corners as well here, which kind of completed the square, making it a bit easier to solve from here. And there we have it. So that's a bit of a fun thing. You can go and play around with that a bit. Pause the video and play around with it. But now, if you look, what is it? If you look at these patterns too, you'll see that you have the edges here. I just made the pattern on the center tiles here. What about the edgemost pieces? Yeah. So, well, yeah, bring up. Here we go. This is my list of algorithms. I showed this in my first video. You may want to check that out. First thing in the first video, actually. Hope you can see it. Should be able to. Alright, so right here, under checkerboard, it says, and it gives you this, it's a bit of a long algorithm. Anyways, so I hope you took a picture of that. Got the algorithm. So with this algorithm, it's in a 3x3 notation, so I'm going to try and do this on the 3x3 just to show you. So here, this is how the algorithm goes. It goes F, B2, R prime, D2, and this is B, and then R, U, D prime, R, L prime, D prime, F prime, R2, D, B prime, and then F2. So there you have it. It's a little bit hard to remember, or it's an algorithm. If you don't want to exactly memorize that, you can write it down. You don't necessarily need to memorize it because it's not speed solving. But anyway, this is what the algorithm does. I call this a 3-colored checkerboard. So as you can see here, it took the edges here and it moved them clockwise. So here, the green edges moved clockwise onto red. And the red edge pieces moved into yellow. And then yellow into green and whatnot. So yeah, clockwise. Whereas on the other side, it moved counterclockwise. As you can see here. So yeah. And again, that's what we do. And so that's what I use on big cubes. So let's see here. I'll try and show you this. I made a really simple opposite colored pattern. This is I really like these opposite colored patterns for inspiration. So here I made one of the most simplest opposite colored patterns, and then brought over, well, that's not it. Here we go. This is the one I found. Anyway, if you look here, you probably see you see yellow and blue, and although you could use this as inspiration and make this into a 3-colored pattern with only using 2 colors, 2 of the colors around the centerpiece, around the key corner. What is it? You can also kind of separate the colors a bit. So here, for example, I see this little, these 4 little figures, I guess, and then I see this. I can separate this. So in my head, I'm planning to maybe make this like green. I'll make these corner thingies green, and the centerpiece too. And then with this little shape here, I'm going to make this yellow. Whereas with these decorations around the corners and this little center decoration, I'm going to make that red. Alright, so let's solve this real quick. Alright, so so with that 3-colored pattern in mind, so on the corners, because the decoration was kind of red, corners were green, so I'm going to keep green as my top, since I'm planning it out on here. And because I wanted, so we start from the corner, and then we go off away a bit. How do you put that? Yeah, one tile at a time, away from, starting from the corner and going away from it. So from here, I wanted this to be red. So this piece needs to be red, and obviously this is yellow, not red. So if I do the pattern from here, it'll move it clockwise, and it'll be yellow instead of red. And of course, you could do that algorithm 2 times, but I just want to bring this out and real quick. What is it? Just as it moved clockwise here, it moved counterclockwise on the other side. So if you want to do this algorithm and move the edge pieces counterclockwise, what you can do is move it over to the other key corner. Alright, and then you do the algorithm. Let's see here. This was kind of where I wanted it. This piece here to be red. So I'm going to change it up, and so this whole block will be red. And then what is it? I can clean up inside it a bit. So I'm going to do the algorithm with the sides being made up of 2 pieces, and the middle, or the middle slices being made of 4 pieces. So let's do that algorithm. And of course, you can also slow down the video if I'm doing it a little too fast. So here we are. I made that 3-colored checkerboard pattern here, and of course it moved clockwise here, whereas on the other side it moved counterclockwise. So you see how I wanted this piece to be red. Well, it's now red. So, and then with that middle decoration, I wanted it to be yellow. So I'm gonna try. So I want these 2 to be yellow. So from here, I'm gonna try and do it with so that these 2 become the edge pieces, and the rest is the sides. But if you look real quick, this is green and not yellow. So when I turn it, do it, and I move the edges clockwise, this will be green and not yellow. So I'm going to do the algorithm from the back side. So here we go. And it's also very important to remember how many pieces you're moving at a time, because you see how I've been moving it like this. These 3 pieces together. I can't do 2, or else I'll, scramble it up like a 5x5. It's not the funnest. Anyway, here's the pattern, or here it is, the finished product. You see here how we have red with a yellow in the middle. That's just what we wanted. And so from here, I think it's a pretty neat pattern already. But what is it? Just to get to where I wanted, I'm going to try and finish it up. So get that pattern I was wanting originally. So let's start off with let me put it this way. From here, the next step is to do the center pieces. And by using that method I talked about earlier, we finish up the design in the middle using that method of switching around the center pieces. So let's do that. Remember, there's this kind of diagonal line here of red. So I want this green corner piece to be red. Not the whole block, just this one little piece. And the red's over here. I want to move counterclockwise. So because of that, I'm doing this with my left hand first. Moving the top down and the right. And I'm bringing this up. And there we go. So there, we got this red piece. But now I wanted all this to be yellow, kind of. So I need to make this to a yellow L. Let's see here. Here's something kind of neat. Since the red is here and as this corner and the yellow here, when I make this yellow, I could also bring over the red piece with it to make this red, so that these become like a solid color. So that's moving it counterclockwise. So I'm going to bring these down, moving it over right, intersecting. If you look here, bring over these two so it intersects with these two pieces. Bring that up. There we go. It's don't lose your place here because you can kind of scramble it. But yeah, as you can see here, as I said, see how these two are now solid color. Now when I change this one into yellow, I can also do the same here. So I'm gonna, and that again is done by moving it counterclockwise. So I'm gonna bring this down, over, and there we go. And that's the pattern I wanted, with the green on the sides, the corners actually, and then the green middle, with the yellow design in the middle, with the red decorations. So as you can see here, although the opposite colored patterns do blend together like that, they're really nice for finding patterns that you can use as inspiration for these more advanced patterns. So there you have it. I hope you took a thing or two away from it. I don't know. You may want to watch the video twice again. I don't know. I'm hoping that this video isn't as long. Kind of is, actually. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me. And if you haven't already, you may want to check out my first video, the opposite colored patterns, 4-way symmetrical opposite colored patterns. I know it's 32 minutes long. I do really apologize about that, but the majority of that is from me introducing everything. So what is it? Maybe in the first half, that's where I actually teach you the 3 colored patterns. opposite colored patterns. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Anyway, even then, yeah, it's a little bit long. I do really apologize about that. But anyways, I hope this video is a little bit better. I hope I explained it a little bit better too. You can always use that. And anyways, hope to see you next time. And also, in next video, I'm going, if you see here, it's 4-way symmetrical. But in my next video, I'm going to be talking about 3-colored patterns with 2-way symmetrical. It's where if you can pretty much draw a line here with from the diagonal, and where these two sides almost are the same, or symmetrical, reflective symmetrical it's called, but from like down here to up here, they can be like completely different. So yeah, anyways, hope to see you then, and till next time, I don't know. I'm still working on how to end my videos, so I hope you're able to see my next video, and I hope you can enjoy the rest of your day. So, yeah, goodbye.